Our first question goes to David at WABC.
Hey, Mayor, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, Dave?
I'm fine. I wanted to ask you, I read this morning in the papers about the Thomas Jefferson statue in the city council chambers and its proposed removal. I just wanted to see your take on the history of that, where that came from, Shirlane's involvement, and then how do you feel about it?
I'll try and give you a quick and clear answer, Dave. Look, the city council, and I really respect the city council. I was a council member. I respect that they have particular rights and needs on their side of the building. The speaker and the Black Latino Asian Caucus requested last year that that be reviewed by the Public Design Commission, and they are asking that it be moved to the New York Historical Society for a period of time. I respect they're a legislative body, it's a democracy. I respect their right to make that request. The Public Design Commission will make its decision and we'll move forward. To the bigger topic, and this is something, again, came from the council, not from me or the First Lady, but I'll speak to my own views on Thomas Jefferson. He's very complex, to say the least. The thing that is so troubling to people is that even someone who understood so deeply values of freedom and human dignity and the value of each life was still a slave owner. And I understand why that profoundly bothers people and why they find it something that can't be ignored. At the same time, stating the obvious, one of the most profoundly important figures in American history and one of the people who created this nation and created the good and strong and vibrant values of this nation. So he's a very complex figure, but he's someone who is such a profound part of our history. That needs to be seen. That part needs to be respected. The part that is profoundly troubling and contradictory needs to be seen and addressed and acknowledged as well. And that's the kind of balance we're going to have to strike as we figure our way forward. Really, all of this, the past happened. It's not about the past. It's about what it means to the future. And we got to be honest about both sides of his history.
Our next question goes to Dana with the New York Times.
Hi, Mr. Mayor. On the question of the Thomas Jefferson statue, I know you said it will ultimately be in the ambit of the Public Design Commission to decide. You control that commission, you appoint its members. What do you think you will decide?
Well, Dana, I want to be careful in really nailing the reality of commissions. I want to give them their respect. I name people for sure, but they then exercise their judgment. But I do think, look, the request came from the council. It's an understandable request. Request to move it to the Historical Society. That's obviously a fair setting. I start with the assumption that it'll be approved, but I don't know. That's ultimately a decision that commission makes. I think the important thing here is just to recognize the city council spoke out of their belief of what is right for their chamber, for their side of City Hall. And that to me is just a straightforward matter. If that's what they feel, I want to respect them as another branch of government. Go ahead.
Our last question for today goes to Julia with the Post.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor, and thanks for taking my question. On the Jefferson statue, you had appointed the First Lady to the Commission on Racial Justice and Reconciliation in June 2020 and tasked that group with determining the fate of not only the Jefferson statue, but the Washington statue at City Hall, the name of Gracie Mansion. And I'm wondering, what happened to that? Did the First Lady and the Commission end up not getting involved? And then on the Public Design Commission, why is it not up for public debate before the Design Commission? Two people told me they've been asked to testify and haven't heard back.
I do not know the intricacies of how the Public Design Commission schedules debate. I just don't. Our team will follow up with you on that. Again, something requested by the City Council is a particular reality. And I just respect the council. I respect it's their side of the building. That's what's generated this. To the commission, I want to make sure there's not a misunderstanding, Julia. The Racial Justice Commission has been up and running now for months. First Lady is not a member of that. She's co-chair of our internal task force on racial inclusion and equity. Different reality. That's all government officials working to move a variety of initiatives. They're not the ones looking at the bigger issues of monuments. That is something the Racial Justice Commission has within its purview. They're still going to be doing their work for months to come, and we'll see what they say. But on this one, this was a request from the City Council, and that's what motivated it, and we'll see what the Public Design Commission does next.